Yo. Niggas ain't shit. Boy.
Here's a map of 701
Tap in, subscribe, like, share.
Chicago, Illinois,
King Drive.
60637.
And on 63rd, over there kind of to the left, they dirty and stuff. They be up there just doing stillers and doing all type of petty stuff. So we don't go over there because they be dirty.
From 64 and from 65th, we not from 63rd.
We hang on 64th, 65th, and King Drive.
Man, King Von was telling the message in that, man. But the dirty was talking about, man, was the spirit, man.
Y'all tap and subscribe, follow, share this. This is some real shit, man. This is really like really murder capital motherfucking world, homie. Where Murder Castle was, man, on 63rd, man.
That empty lot, if I'm not mistaken, pretty certain
The Green Line, this was
where the Murder Castle was located, man.
Train line that was built in Chicago, that was for the 1893 Columbian
Look what
Exposition.
this bro's talking about, like it's a
Daily
big
restaurant
thing with
just
the
across the
exhibition.
street dates back older still
Let me correct
to
myself now,
1892, making the
1892.
diner
So
the
he was
city's
there,
oldest.
man, ready to go when that show came
The
in.
heart of Woodlawn at the Cottage Grove L station of the Green Line. This was the first elevated train line that was built in Chicago. That was for the 1893 Columbian Exposition. Now, the Daily Restaurant just across the street dates back older still to 1892, making the diner the city's oldest restaurant.
I used to come to Dailies like
Not knowing that's where the Murder Castle is, America's first serial killer, man. I think, some real shit is beyond that. Maybe like a social experiment that turned into cultivating the
Now,
real
if the
killing
restaurant
spirit that's in
doesn't look
Chicago
old
to
in the
this
video,
day.
that's because it did move in 2019, but just across the street. That was all part of an effort, too, as a Tribune article from near
Look
that
at
time
that, that's
described it.
original
Make the station
63rd.
and the surrounding
That's similar
area
to the
a
projects
neighborhood
today,
bright
and even the
spot.
Woodlawn
There is
buildings.
a lot of change
No
going on these
bullshit.
days in the Woodlawn
That's
community.
crazy.
And chief
That's
among that
real
is
fucking
the
crazy.
the Obama Presidential
Then they had
Center. Now, you got
telephone
some residents who are
poles and
thrilled
power
about it.
running, that's
Others are
1894. So like the year before that big show was gonna be there is when he set up shop,
current
man.
residents just can't
The
afford.
Murder Castle, look at all them
Lenisa
different
Ling
rooms,
Young
like
says her family has for
it was real
100
intricate, man. It
years
was
lived
like
in the home that
he
she
had
now
different
owns,
hidden
and she does
rooms,
not want to have to give up
take
on that
people from
history.
one floor to another floor.
of course I
There's
don't
a
want things
hotel
that
on the
we
top,
need things for
businesses
our
on the
community.
bottom. So it's like you trip me here. The restaurant being there that amount of time, was that one of the businesses? It had to be. That's the corner of the Murder Castle. Of course, through time they tore it down, but it's history, man, for Chicago, man. And for America itself. So it makes you really wonder about the true history of Chicago. I honestly think that it might have been a social experiment. You had people like, thanks to brother over at Kush and Coffee, or Coffee and Kush, enlighten the brother, man, that Frederick Douglass and Mary Slanger, man, eugenics, they was at that show, right? So it's like, man, it makes you wonder, man, like, what was really going on and what was they really devising? Did they really concoct a scheme to actually do a social experiment on creating murderers and using Chicago as that hub? It just makes you wonder, man, from all the murders that had happened from Capone's time, the Roaring 20s to, even Chirac's time, today's time. It just makes you wonder, man, if that was something that was put down there. Because these were some of the world's top thinkers and cultivators. J.P. Morgan was involved with the show. The Vanderbilts, some real wealthy people were involved with this whole show at this point in time. And it just makes you wonder, does it even tie into the cannibalistic culture that's a part of America's history too? Because the brother a lot of people came up missing. He disposed of a lot of bodies in 6 months of time. So they dishing up meat packs. I mean, come on now, man. It's just some real. This is real heavy, man. This is real heavy. So like, I'm gonna say like King Von, motherfuckers like Dom. Dude, when you think about it, that might have been a part of that social experiment in cultivating
What's the address of the murder castle?
killers like that, man, and some type of brain experiment. Who knows what they was really whipping up, man, playing eugenics. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this, man. You know, I just found some of this information out a little bit ago. I knew about the founder of Chicago being indigenous, and I knew that played a major role into the changing of powers in Chicago and the atrocity and everything that was committed in Chicago. However, I didn't know this missing link to that next part of Chicago, which was the murder castle on HH Holmes, you know, America's first serial murderer, man. So, you know, this war we at, it's not about flesh and blood, but principalities, you know, and this is it, man. I mean, this dude's responsible for over anywhere from 9 to 200 murders. He confessed to 27 of the murders. However, it's no telling what Jack told Helen. That motherfucker might be 2,000, you know, murders in. You know, it was a 6-month show from May to I think like December. So it's not no telling how many murders he committed and the form he used and what he done with it. And then there's another thing that trips me out. They put 611 West 63rd, Chicago, Illinois for the murder castle, Inglewood neighborhood. However, when you look at other documentation, you'll see that it's 701 East Chicago. I mean East 63rd, 701 East 63rd. So that's closer to the Woodland, So you know what I mean? It's just a trip, man. How things get mixed around or thrown off a little bit, but however, still the same demographics within close proximity to one another. So whatever it is, that's the first, I guess, overhead light or train rail that was built right there on 63rd. So, you know, y'all just follow, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think.